expected mayhem. It doesn't have a very functional heating system. It's either max or off, which is fine because I really only need it when it's cold anyway. And finally, my town doesn't have trash pickup, so naturally, this car is the dump car, which is fine, except when it's prematurely loaded with garbage. Back to the story at hand. I was about to start my car, which I may have forgot to mention was prematurely loaded with garbage because I had been too lazy to go to the dump early that afternoon. With the headlights flicked on and the key in the ignition, I started the car. Nothing. My lights died. I joined the motionless darkness. Well, this is certainly annoying. I glanced back at my sticky garbage bag friends to see if they happened to have any jumper cables under them. They didn't. So I called my human friend outside and we jumped the car. Okay, we're in action. Should have been an easy ride home. It was about 20 minutes with a lot of straightaways, probably 2 sets of lights. Don't try to use too much of your battery when you're driving back, so no radio heat or whatever, my friend told me as the recently jumped car waited for me to steer it back home. With a grimace of a smile, I danced a little jig and opened my door. I was off. Maybe I should have brought a jacket, but there was no way I was going home without heat. So I set my heat to its only functional setting, high. It'll be like a summer day at the dump in here, I thought to myself. I should have listened to my friend. My heat immediately broke. The whole system in the car just stopped. Defroster, windshield wipers, radio. At least my engine was still running and my headlights were still letting me see where I was going. I reached the first set of lights, red. I came to a smooth stop, but so did the engine. Oh man. I put my foot down just to check if the car was playing jokes on me. No luck. In a final attempt, I did the only smart thing I could think of. I took the key out of the ignition and put it back in. It's a good thing this car is a jokester, because my silver chariot came back from the dead. I shed tears of joy on the inside because I thought my car had gone to a better place. If those bags of garbage had been just a little better smelling, I might have given one of them a hug. I moved past the light and couldn't help but have a grin on my face. My body was uncontrollably shaking because it was freezing. My nose was going to need de-stinking therapy for the rest of its life, and my best friend at the moment was a bag full of spinach and fruit rinds. But clear sailing from here, I had fought the monster and won. Or so I had thought. Sometimes I wonder if the car is the one driving me because this thing was calling the shots. My silver horse on wheels came to a hill in the darkness. I think I can. I whispered to my cargo. Puttering up the hill, I encountered my greatest adversary yet. Complete darkness. The headlights met their end. What do? I was about halfway home in a car practically stripped of everything but the engine. I pulled over to the side of the road. Do I call my sleeping parents? I'm so close, but driving without lights and an icy windshield is barely even driving. I decided I was making it home. I buckled my seatbelt and took off, but then I heard a creak and a splat. The trunk had popped open and a bag of eaten chicken thighs had fallen out. No man left behind, I thought. I came to a stop and pulled over to the side of the road once again. I saw that trash bag 100 feet away. The timeless joke came into my head as I walked to get it. It's a good thing no one else seemed to be out driving because my chicken had tried to cross the road, but ended up back in the middle. I shouldered the chicken and started to walk to the car, but I couldn't help but think I was going to be attacked by coyotes or a bear by the way things had been going so far. I decided to put this bag of trash in the front seat next to him. He had courage I needed for this ride, even though he was filled with chicken. I took a final breath of clean air before jumping into my rolling dumpster. Putting one of the trash bags in the front seat must have been good luck, because the trunk opening was the last new problem I encountered. I focused on the road. It was only illuminated by the houses who were late to take down their Christmas lights. What if a town power outage happened right now? Then would I be able to see anything? I kept thinking of ways that the situation could hit an even higher point of absurdity. What if there was a squirrel in the back of the car and it decided to bite me? I was almost home and nothing had changed. There it was, my driveway. I took the key out of the ignition. I gave my ever-loyal trash bag audience a salute and marched to my car. I made a warm cup of hot cocoa and sat down. I glanced out at the car, half expecting one of the wheels to roll off as I watched. It didn't, but I realized during the whole trip I had expected things to be worse than they were. But my imagination was greater than anything that could have actually happened.